Hey, welcome back to another video. Today's topic is going to be why you shouldn't have to explain yourself. Now, there is many situations that I've been in where you would do something and, to you it may be nothing and it's like a simple thing like, I don't know, wanting to bring a backpack to the gym, bring some water somewhere, or do something simple as that. To you it's no biggie. But then you have somebody that's like, "Well, why are you trying to do all that? You don't need to bring all that. You don't need to do all that." And then when you explain that your reason of bringing it is legitimate because it helps you and aids you onto your journey into your day so you can make sure you're well prepared. It's not hurting nobody. It's not doing anything illegal in some sorts. It's actually fine. Then they're going to be like, well, that doesn't make sense because I don't do it. I don't have to do that. But how come you do? And then you try to explain. But then the more you explain, it feels like a tangible conversation and it feels more of an interrogation. And when something feels like an interrogation, you're going to be like, well, why am I here? Why am I explaining something to somebody that's not listening? I don't know if you've seen that meme where the guy's talking to the wall. That's exactly what it feels like. And, getting to the point, I'm not going to lie, it's a habit that I'm getting myself out of because it's like one of the things that when someone questions me for something is I usually think I have a lot of good reasons why I bring something, like I bring wrist wraps to the gym or my backpack because it carries the stuff that I need to have for the day. And, it makes me feel organized and be organized throughout my day. So when I do end up bringing it, I think it's no big deal. I'm like, okay, this is something I have to do. And I get started with my day. So I have a legitimate reason and a valid argument. But then when the moment comes when someone is questioning me about it, I have like that one good point, but then I realize like, okay, what I'm saying to this person is not getting through. And I just slowly be like, oh my god, like I'm talking to a fucking brick wall right now. And it's like, you know, their ideology is more and it's more better than yours, and whatever you're saying is inferior to their statement and to their argument. And it's just like, why am I here? Why am I talking to this person? It just feels like I'm wasting my absolute time. And I get to a point where I'm like, I have all these points, all this strategy, all this, like I know, like what to say in this moment, but just like I don't feel like it. It's like, they're not going to listen and they're just escalating, and they get more riled up the more you're defending yourself. And it's just like you shouldn't have to feel like you're defending yourself. Of course, when you do a habit for so many years, like explaining yourself or saying sorry or doing this and doing that, it takes a long time for you to get out of those habits, and it will catch you by surprise when someone asks you for something. You give them a simple answer, and oh, why do you do this? Oh, because it's cool for me. Or why do you like to wear your why do you like to wear supporters in your shoes? Or why do you wear those type of shoes? Oh, I like them. They're supportive. And then instead of them being like, oh, okay, well, have a nice day, they're still there after that answer you gave them, and they're like, nah, bro, what? No, like, really, why? And you just told them, and then they're still fucking there. And you gotta, you know, just hey, I said what I said. That's it. I think that's the best way, of course, for yourself, because I think it's worse when you have to explain, because when you're explaining, in a way, it's like you're getting gaslighted into something, unless it's like, you're doing something suspicious or weird or something like that, or that's going to cause harm and chaos for everybody. Of course, that's fine, but, you should be able to kind of like do your own thing and have your own right to you know, free will, man. Just do whatever the hell you want to do. Of course, just being mindful, not saying just go do whatever, but if it's not bothering nobody and you have a legitimate reason, have that with you at all times. Never forget about that. Yeah, it's just one of those habits, man. I'm just like, dude, this gotta go. I had too many examples where, it's just like it's not even me. It's just like I don't like getting into confrontation that it's like it's pointless to me. I don't get nothing out. It's like wasted time and wasted energy. Like I don't like wasting my energy trying to talk to somebody that is not obviously going to listen to me, and or trying to gaslight me for doing what I want to do. And obviously it's like, well, why do you want to go to the gym, and why do you want to eat healthy and all that stuff? Why do you like to bring your tablet when you draw and stuff like that? Why do you like to listen to music when you work out? It's like, because that's something I like to do. It's like, why do I don't got to do that, and I can do that just fine. Well, whoop de freaking do. I'm not here to compare. And I'm just like, as long as you're getting the work done, not results are coming in. They should have the opportunity to shut the hell up at that point. You know, and it's like, as long as you're winning and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, you don't need to explain yourself. That's the whole point. I think that is the stupidest thing you ever have to do. If you're winning and succeeding in whatever it is you're trying to do, and whatever you're bringing, I don't care if it's a damn pink backpack. If that pink backpack you bring wherever you go, to the gym or to the mall, if it makes you feel like a boss for the time being, not because you're dependent, because it's something essential that you're just using it for the time being, and then you put off to the side. If it helps you get through, it gets through. It's like, if it works, it works. As long as you're making results and you ain't hurting nobody, shit, take it. Damn. It's like, there's people out here, man. It's just, especially being in the workplace, I would say, yeah, being in the workplace, definitely, you gotta be very careful with that stuff, because, dealing with coworkers, they can be like, whoa, what are you trying to do all that for, bro? And just, your circle of influence, and, just people, if they're really out to help you out, and, obviously you see for your best nature. But yeah, it's like explaining yourself. I don't think that you'd have to do that. If you find yourself doing that, just stop immediately. Explaining yourself is probably the most self-deprecating thing you can ever do, because it just shows like, oh man, like it makes you feel like, damn, something is wrong with me. Why do I gotta do this? And you doing your own thing, and it's like you're confident. It's like, nah, bro, I don't believe in that explaining yourself thing. I think it's a whole bunch of mumbo jumbo that you have to do. And so whenever that happens, just don't do it. Just say one thing, that's it. Stick to your word. And I said what I said. Keep it a habit. It's like little stuff like that comes from the past, where you used to do, like I said, you used to do like a lot of habits, like apologizing and doing stuff for people, being nice, and it comes back in little ways, and you'll be tested for that. But then you got to always remember, like muscle memory, like everything. You can always train yourself to be different. You don't have to fall through those same habits again, and you can start a new chapter. It will take time though, and you would fail, because trust me, those moments happen so quick and so out of nowhere that it's like, okay, you got to be like, okay, this person's asking, or this happening. Don't be conscious, think, but like, I'm prepared for it. Just think like that. I'm ready for this moment, and I already know what to say. Barely anything. So if you know what to say, don't say that much. Just get straight to the point. I like to do that because it helps out with my day. That's it. Damn, bro, but still, I don't gotta do it. Hey, I said, I'm chilling. As tempting as you want to explain, because for me, I'm passionate about what I like to do. I put a little passion to the things I like. I always did put passion to everything I talk about, like a debate, but it ends up becoming a debate because I put that passion into what I'm talking about, and I'm like, nah, it makes me sound like I'm explaining myself. So no, it's like that, and little habits that I just find annoying that you just gotta get rid of day by day. But yeah, it's just character development at the point. But yeah, I don't want this video to go on for too long. If you ever find yourself explaining yourself, don't do that. Because some people are not going to understand your goals. Some people are not going to understand your mindset, where you've been, where you're going, your experience, and they can't really take that away from you. And if you have a system that's getting you to results and getting you to the mindset that you want to become something better, I would say just stick to that and be the best version of yourself that you can possibly be, and do what you can, because not everyone's going to understand your journey. And it sucks, and it is what it is, and you will get questioned about it, no doubt. But if they don't understand, it's gonna be like foreign language. And when something's foreign language, it's like, okay, what point is me explaining something that the other person hasn't experienced? Because they're just gonna be like, well, that sounds crazy, I don't believe that. Well, no shit, you don't believe it, you haven't experienced it. Obviously we live in a generation that people don't really care for others, or never walked a mile in someone else's shoes. And they're not going to really fully understand what you're coming from, and they're going to either think of it as an excuse or a setback, or I heard someone else is going through worse than you, so why are you doing that? It's like comparing. She said, nah, bro, I do this because it's a purpose behind everything I do. And when you have a purpose behind everything you do, as long as that that you have a purpose, never forget about that. Always keep that in the back of your mind. Like, it's integrity. Like for me, it's just in the back of my mind. Like that's why that passion comes in. I'm like, nah, bro, I got a reason for this. But then once I find out that person isn't really hearing what I'm saying, and I'll just like, hey, bro, you have a good one, respectfully, because I'm like, dude, you can go all back and forth all day. They just because they never experience what you have to go through when you gotta be up, go to the gym early, you gotta work out, you gotta take care of yourself, you gotta juggle a whole bunch of stuff, stick with school and study and all that. Have a diet plan, not go out to eat, stay strict on things. They're not gonna understand that. Because it helps you get to the goal that you're trying to be. So, yeah, I'll say whatever you got to say, just keep it to yourself and don't waste any time. Keep your own peace. But hey, thank you guys for listening. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. Let me know in the comments if you guys ever have to explain yourself to somebody. And thank you. Peace.